Hey guys, welcome back to another video where we are going to look at some of the options for facilitating real-time collaboration between users while they are working on a case task. While working on a case, there might be a project need to improve collaboration and conversation among users within a specific context. By sharing information, users can work together to resolve their work more quickly. AgilePoint does support a whole array of collaboration platforms like Microsoft Teams, Yammer, Slack, etc. I'm going to show how they can not only be integrated at the process and form level, but also surface right within the case context within Workcenter using the custom action feature in Workcenter. There are some distinct advantages with this approach as opposed to a native collaboration platform which is built into the product. Some of which are using this feature, users can obviously post, view, or reply to messages to promptly exchange information with other users. It lets you use the conversation platform, which is set as a standard within your organization. You do not have to use a separate collaboration platform for the low code apps. The entire conversation history is not tied to a single platform, which means that if you decide in future to move away from one low code platform to another, your conversation history is not lost. It is still in the standard tool which you use for conversation. The same applies vice versa as well. In future, if you decided to move from one collaboration platform to another, once you migrate all the threads, the entire audit history is still maintained, and you don't have to tie yourself into a particular platform. The best part of it is that an auditor can reference to these conversations many years into the future as well, because they are not tied to the low code platform only. And most of the external collaboration platforms like Microsoft Teams provide advanced features apart from simple chat. For example, file attachment storage, video conferencing, recording, rich text editor, hashtags, user tagging. These are some of the features which you might not find in a basic chat platform. So it provides you a lot more benefits. In this video, I'll show you how to leverage Microsoft Teams and Yammer platform for case collaboration. However, there are many other options as well. These are just the ones I decided to choose for today's demo. Same experience can be built with other collaboration platforms as well. I'm leveraging custom action framework for modern work center in this demo as well. So let's look at this in action. So I am in app builder right now. And if you remember, just few weeks back, I showed a feature where if a task gets assigned to a user or a group, there are notification mechanisms which are built into the platform where you can send these notifications to, say, a Microsoft Yammer or Microsoft Teams over here. Based on the various task events, you can define various templates and spin up these new threads in Yammer, for example. Or for that matter, post a message to the user's chat log within Microsoft Teams. So you can configure these. So that is one way, and if that is enough for you, that obviously is available out of the box as well. However, it can be taken one level up. If you see in this process model, I have a couple of Microsoft Teams activity as well. So as soon as the request is submitted, I create either a Microsoft Teams. In this case, I am creating a channel within an existing Microsoft team. And then you can read various properties from Microsoft Teams. You can even have its whole life cycle designed as well. So maybe at the end of the process, you want to archive a created Microsoft team, or maybe even delete a channel for some reason. So you have a whole bunch of actions which you can take as part of the process logic. So you can give it its own life cycle as well. So in my case, I've just created a Microsoft Teams for this particular case, and so that there is a collaboration place which is set up. And you'll see how I tie that into process and forms. So I'm going to navigate to Work Center at this point of time. And I'm going to use one of my applications over here. It's a lengthier form. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach an Excel file over here. And I have logic where it parses out the data out of that Excel file and pre-populates my form, and also uploads this Excel file to OneDrive. Now, once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. Now, for sake of demo, I'm putting on multiple hats so that I don't have to log in and log out of the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to inbox, tasks. Now I'm playing a role of a supervisor, and as you can see, there has been a task which has been assigned to my group over here. Now, before I show you the actions, I'm going to navigate to Microsoft Teams. I'm logged in as other user in another browser over here. And if you can see over here, there are these task notifications which are being posted to Microsoft Teams. So that feature comes from the task context itself. However, today we are going to look at some more advanced options. So if I click on this ellipsis button over here, you'll see that I have added three new custom actions over here. So Agile Point Work Center does allow you to extend the task list, and it can be rule based. So for example, if you look at a non-Microsoft Teams process like this, and I click over here, those three actions are not shown in this case because I have set it up so that those actions are going to be shown only for a process model of type tax controversy MS Teams, right? So you can define your own rules as well. And because I was using both Microsoft Teams and Yammer in my demo, it shows me three options over here. So I can click on Microsoft Team Conversation. So right within the context of my task card, if I click on it, I'm going to open the web app view in this case. You can open it in desktop view as well. So you'll see that it created a new Microsoft Teams channel and took me to that channel. So I can start having a conversation. I can schedule a meeting. I can record those meetings. I can schedule. I, I can have a video conferencing. So I can start collaborating with my coworkers over here. I could have even posted a message in this Teams channel as well. Similar to that, I'm going to click on view conversation thread. I created a Yammer conversation thread, if you remember, as part of the task notification. So it takes me to the corresponding Yammer thread, which was pinned off. If you see it was just created just now. It has a link to my task. So I can start discussing with some of my team members over here. It provides some tagging facility and some rich text facility as well. So the choice is up to you. You want to do Microsoft Yammer or Microsoft Teams, maybe even Slack. The same thing can be done as well. So I just showed two variations of it using Teams and Yammer. Similarly, the third action was in these cases, it opened up the whole experience in a new window. There might be clients who might say that, can you just show it as a pop-up? So that's why I have created a third one over here. It just opens the Yammer conversation in a pop-up over here. And if you see, there was a message posted 2 minutes ago. So I can do those as well if I start posting private messages to these people. Now again, they have collaboration features. They can post message to other people, tag other people from here. So the choice is up to you. Of course, it also depends on what embedding capabilities the underlying system provides. However, opening in a new tab for say something like a Microsoft Teams or a Slack or even for that matter, Microsoft Yammer, that's pretty normal. But you can also design a pop-up kind of an experience. Now, I've also done one more thing over here. Where if I open up the form, so maybe I don't want to open up the form, and that's when I showed you all the experience from the task style itself. But what if I opened up the form? I can put the same experience right within my form as well. So I have the same three buttons available right within my form. So it can be surfaced from multiple places. So if I do this over here, it takes me to the same channel, Teams channel from my form for this request number 1071. And the same thing for Yammer, it can pop up the conversation right within my form in that case, or open it as a new thread in a new window for Microsoft Yammer. So that was more from a task context perspective. If I switch to processes, click on the ellipsis button again, I created a custom action over here for Microsoft Teams conversation right within my process itself as well. So I might not have a task, but I want to participate in a conversation on a particular case or a process instance. I still have a handle to it as a manager or maybe a super level manager. So there are various ways of doing this. As I said, uh, We integrate with a lot of collaboration platforms. Also, the good thing is that the custom action framework is very robust, lets you create your own actions, which can be shown based on rules. And the good thing is that these custom actions, they are available even on the completed process instance, so you can refer to it even many years down the line, which is very good for an audit perspective. In case you are interested in having this kind of a functionality, I recommend talking to your Agile Point project manager who would be able to get this implemented within your applications. Thanks a lot for your time.